Welcome, welcome, welcome to this episode of Gen AI here at reInvent 2024.
You forgot what year it was.
It's been a long day. My name is Brian Terry, and I'm a Senior Partner Solution Architect here at AWS, and I'm focused on generative AI partners. And I'm here with my good friend, Rory.
Well, we're friends now.
Yes, we are friends now.
So we are on the floor of our Expo Center here at reInvent. I have been sitting next to Brian for several hours because we are giving you the latest and greatest from our partners that are incorporating generative AI to make solutions for customers. So today we have Abhi. Abhi, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, no, sure. Abhi Maheshwari, CEO Aisera. We are a company about 300 people based in Palo Alto. And we do agentic AI for enterprise for all domains.
All domains?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to name them domains, see if you do it.
Yeah, so it starts from IT and HR. And, you know, some of our customers have extended from IT and HR to customer side, CX, which we call it. So those are the three main verticals which we have operated.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. And we are really live here, so if you have questions, please type them in. We'll try to get them in and answer them live here on camera, so definitely.
So when you're saying that you help enterprises create agents, what sort of agents do enterprises are they looking for?
Yeah, so look, the company was formed about 5 years ago, and we've been on the similar vision of creating a cognitive layer for enterprise. You think about the current architecture of an enterprise, you know, all SaaS application, many point solutions, you know, sitting on data. But we always believed in that if you can augment intelligence to employee and decision-making and actions, that could significantly accelerate innovation and help enterprise execute, you know, serve their customers, their employees better. And we are after that vision. It's a big vision. You know, we started with, you know, an architecture which is now evolving into agentic. We generally sit for IT, HR, and customer, and we try to automate agents, you know, for those functions. Like simple request for IT could be password reset, or access for applications, or onboarding of employees, offboarding of employees, you know, similar things like that.
So when an enterprise is looking and it's like, you know, it'd be great if this could be automated, or it would be great if this was an agent. Walk me through the process or the customer journey of how y'all scope out what projects to take on, you know, for enterprises, or what the enterprise really wants to do. How do they determine like a build versus buy decision, how bespoke it is?
Yeah, no, good question. Look, I think, first of all, you know, the agentic is very early on in the process, right? We've been at it. We started our hyperflows, which are today called as agents, last year. So we have a benefit of, you know, our 3, 4, 5 years of experience, as well as starting agentic last year, early on in the enterprise. The way, after the experience we had, you know, with many companies, we look at it as a digital employee for an enterprise. Like, think about an employee. You would hire an employee, you know, he would have first IT and HR onboarding, understand the data policies and practice. That's how we generally have gone in enterprise, saying, you know, look, if we have access to all the applications, we can do access management, you know, enable people. We have roles and responsibilities from the HR data. If you have automated those two domains, you can automate the whole enterprise. We have generally gone with that approach. We generally advise our customers. We have many Fortune 1000 customers today. We generally advise them for start small in these two domains. If we are able to automate for you your 80-90% of your mundane task, you know, then you can think about your external facing use cases, and every company is evolving through that process.
Interesting.
Very, very early still.
Wow.
So you said something that I've heard that really resonated with me, which was mundane task.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I can't tell you how many customers I wish, like, especially this year, they're like, oh, we're going to do this with generative AI. And it was something public facing, something high risk, and something very humanistic.
Yeah.
Whereas starting with the mundane task seems much lower risk, but also better ROI.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, ROI is given in AI. I mean, if you are doing it right with the application layer which we offer to enterprise, We start with, based on your data and your case management data or your transactional data, we think your top 20 requests, like 80-20 rule, 80% of the things which your employees are asking or they are fulfilling here is the list. And we can go and automate that, in first couple of months. So we do that analysis. But to me, it's a little bit bigger than ROI. I mean, ROI generally, every AI company is leading with, 5 to 7x ROI. If you're spending $1 on AI, you are going to get cost reduction, productivity of, 7 to 8x over a period of 12 months. But to me, the bigger vision is, I call it ROM, which is like return for your mission. If you stand for something as an enterprise, we can help you accelerate towards that mission. Yeah. I go to CIOs, and when I talk to them today, CIOs' jobs have changed so much significantly. They're no more a cost center. They're really working with enterprise, how we can do better go-to-market, how we can serve our customers better, how we can serve our employees better. And our employees are focused on, value-added stuff, and they're not worried about mundane tasks. They're not worried about training and enablement and, things like that.
Yeah. How does that help with employee satisfaction? How are employees satisfied with this? Does it make their job easier? Are they feeling like they can innovate better?
Yeah, look, the best way to describe AI, and this word have come from our customers. We learn a lot from, our customers. They say AI is augmented intelligence.
Yeah.
So when you see augmented intelligence, nothing different than internet, 20 years ago, right? So there is a resistance today of privacy, security, accuracy type topics, which we'll cover in a minute. But when you go live with any application with your employees, you see significant excitement. They want to do more of, they want to use more of. That experience is just game changing.
Super interesting. I use AI every day. I try to. And the way I use AI is I kind of think of it as this partner that's helping me get this job done, like this smarter partner that I'm really going hand to hand in order to innovate or do things better. Do you find that to be the situation with some of your customers?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Look, there are some of the very extreme use cases where customers have pulled us because they can develop, application on our platforms, which is like drug discovery, a very regulated industry, where doctors and nurses are doing things, and we are helping that, taking the first call. To your point, doing it better. With AI and application layer, you can track when things are going wrong, you can audit it, you can reperform it. In a lot of cases, in repeatable process, it's better than human, that you are able to perform.
Awesome. Super interesting stuff.
So what's next for Aisera? What's on the next horizon after helping enterprises with agents? Because if you're not thinking ahead, we're falling behind.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, look, every customer which we have gone live with, that is the very first, year or couple of years. I think this journey is going to continue for a decade. I think it will involve that how we can automate enterprises autonomously and how enterprises can access this cognitive layer across all functions with one reasoning model, call it a brain for the enterprise. Mm-hmm. We used to say, look, if you want to grow, you want to hire great people. I say you want to hire great people, but you also want to enable them with AI. I think that is going to be the new mantra. We are just starting on this journey. Cloud adoption over 20 years was 30%. I think if we did 30% for AI in next decade, that is going to be a game changer for the industry, humankind.
Do you ever have challenges with things like adoption? Old dogs, new tricks. Do you ever have the people within these organizations go, no, that's not for me?
Yeah, it is. And look, I mean, it's not for everyone, and we don't want to change everyone. But look, that 30% evolution over 20 years, I was talking to a CIO this morning. It's I state and local, 7,000 employees. I don't want to name it there this morning. And we were talking about the similar topic. He's like, how do you see that? How do we evolve our people to start using AI? And well, the answer is, look, let's start with few use cases. let's give people time to adapt it. I think the minute, to your earlier question, when they see the benefit of one or two use cases, we are seeing the people are more receptive to the change. They want to adapt it. They like that there are few intelligence models which are sitting next to them at the tip and can augment intelligence for people. There are some really beautiful use cases. But at the same time, there are people who don't want to, and I think we take the time.
Well, you touched on something that I thought was really interesting as far as the ROI of investing in this AI. It's a question I get all the time of, like, how do I know that investing in this equals a better bottom line?
Yeah, no, good question. Look, I mean, in a good AI platform, you will always get ROI within 12 months. We do a business value assessment in our sales process. Even we move forward in our sales to show them how this ROI is going to come, to confirm the use cases which we believe based on our knowledge on their data. And so we can clearly show, it's like if these use cases, if these doesn't happen and your employees are not spending time on this and your cost reduces, this dollars we're talking about. But again, to me, we are seeing CIOs, it's not about ROI anymore. I think they are really focused on, I get it, that there is going to be ROI. How can you accelerate to my mission? To me, ROM, return on my mission. How can you accelerate my innovation? Wish a pharma company doing innovation on drug discovery in half the time, 5 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Think about, our customers, like last mile delivery, going through billions of transactions with very less people, but their customer and their CSAT is all-time high, higher than many other competition. Or a fintech bank, in our case, 5% of the cost and support going everything through Aisera. In those cases, you make those companies much more competitive. It is a competitive advantage that everybody have to then come to. But at the same time, it is a great thing for humankind. It's great for servicing the customers, which they deserve. Contact center business and support service business, attrition rate for employees, 120%. And that's been going on for last decade. At the same time, employees and customers are not getting served. They're getting used to it because you don't have any other option. Today, you have that option. Now we have to embrace it, probably another 5-7 years. But we think that this thing is real. We feel like this is probably accelerating more than we thought it would about a year ago.
Well, I'm greatly encouraged to hear you say that, because sometimes, especially with productivity or measuring the exact ROI and choosing the right KPI, I felt like people were getting lost in and not seeing the forest for the trees. So a return on mission, I love that statement.
Yeah.
ROM is the right metric. Is the right metric. That's the best way to do it.
Fantastic. So when you're thinking about what you're doing within your own organization to accelerate development, has Aisera been incorporating generative AI into how you work?
We are significantly, and look, we have a very exciting team, which is excited, and really after this mission, we have a huge team in Palo Alto, we have a huge team in Greece and India. So we are constantly evolving. We were the first one to come up with Hyperflow/agentic last year. We are integrated into 300 plus applications. We sit on all those applications.
Wow.
Our customers are asking us to keep building more further. I think there is a lot more to it, but I'll leave it with this thought. If you can get enterprises to 90% plus accuracy level with a latency like humankind, as we are talking,
Right.
and a reliability for AI, with lesser cost than a foundation model, we call it domain-specific model. If you can do that, I think you can accelerate the adoption of AI. We are able to benchmark our application layer to all other foundation models, which we have published in market. We are going to publish it, with independent, universities and labs. And I think to people, the biggest question CIOs have is, can I trust you? How do I see your AI is better? How do I see the accuracy and the latency level is better and I can trust you? Those are the metrics which is easily proven today and can be done, very quickly.
Absolutely.
It also means that data privacy and how you're setting up those permissions is incredibly important. I find some organizations that have moved slow are able to move fast on generative AI.
Yeah, it is. And look, I mean, our mantra, and it goes back to the values and the mission of the company. We really built a company as augmenting intelligence. So for us, our agents are like employees, that everything agents are doing is trackable. We call it as a TRAPS framework,
Right.
which is auditable, which is repeatable. You can go and see it, and you can also undo it. And it goes like an employee is operating, like you have roles and access because of a certain level. Our agents have the same way of operating it. So we did it early on because we thought that is going to be the era. I think we are going to keep building on the privacy side. We do offer a dedicated domain-specific LLM for our customers, which is dedicated for them in their environment, so their data is not leaving their environment. Simple things like that. We have many Fortune 100 companies today. We are operating in 8 industries. We are serving federal, local, state, banking, pharma, some of the most regulated industries, which are in pain for such a long time, and they really want to adopt AI faster.
Yes, but it seems like the ones that are the most highly regulated are the ones that are able to move the quickest.
Yeah, especially this.
I think that it amazed us that why, and there is a reason. I think Gartner and Forrester, the analysts, have done an amazing job of publishing it. I think where the pain is, the innovation is slowing down, and we are not able to keep up to it. I think those are the areas in healthcare, pharma, federal, and the data is also on-prem. The data is not in private cloud. So those are the places where the innovation is happening probably more than high-tech space.
Yeah, I've definitely found that to be true as well. And honestly, they were the laggards to the cloud.
Yeah.
They were because they didn't have the right governance systems. They didn't have compliance standards on specific industries, and they didn't have a vetting process. So they were a little bit slower because they wanted to make sure that they were mitigating risk. But now it feels like they have those evaluation systems in place, and so they're able to move a little bit faster than organizations that didn't.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, look, we are a great partner to AWS. I mean, the company was built on AWS from day one. Most of our customers are there. We're part of your competency program. We appreciate all the support, and partnership early on for AI. AI is going to accelerate move to cloud. Is going to significantly accelerate in the next decade. All these companies are now talking about, I need to move data to a central place so I can access it.
Wow. Impressive.
All right, I'm going to scoop us up. We have a very packed day.
Yes.
After we got all of the announcements in our keynotes, I think a lot of us are super going to be busy changing our presentations now that we can talk about all the releases that we've been working on for the past year.
Yeah.
I wanted to thank you very much for joining us for the inaugural GenAI Live at reInvent session. Super appreciate your participation, and I hope you have a fantastic reInvent. I know Brian and I are going to, because, well, we're super excited about the future and what it holds incorporating these technologies.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us for Partner Live, GenAI Live. We hope you have a fantastic week, and we are definitely going to be busy for the rest of this week, incorporating like this new mental model for the technologies that are coming our way.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Thank you.
And stay tuned for more GenAI.